The pain of our past persists to this day. In Kentucky, like many states throughout the South, lynching was a tool of terror. It was used to kill hopes for freedom. It was used to kill my ancestors. Now, in a historic victory for our Commonwealth, I have become the first Black Kentuckian to receive the Democratic nomination for U.S. Senate. My opponent, the very person who compared expanded health care to slavery. The person who said he would have opposed the Civil Rights Act. The person who single-handedly blocked an anti-lynching act from being federal law. The choice couldn't be clearer. Do we move forward together, or do we let politicians like Rand Paul forever hold us back and drive us apart? In November, we will choose healing. We will choose Kentucky.
Stand up. Sharing, loving, hoping, and working together. Growing, supporting each other through stormy weather. Making leaps and bounds through advocacy. Spreading joy and awareness for all to see. There's no community without you and me. We stand on the shoulders of giants. We build each other up. We expand our networking and resources. We never give up. We stand for what is right. We never go down without a fight. The African proverb says, it takes a village to raise a child. I say, it takes a village to become a community. So community, please stand up. We are waiting.
BetOnline is the fastest and easiest way to wager on all your favorite sports contests and events with first-to-market odds and lines. What's up, y'all? It's your man, Lloyd Spence. And listen, all you got to do is find your reviews and news for every league, including Major League Baseball, NFL, NBA, NHL, combat sports, esports, and even golf, all at betonline.ag. BetOnline continues to be the top online resource for all your sports information, from live in-game betting, props, and futures. So, head to BetOnline today and use your mobile device to join today and make your first sports bet. Use our promo code BELIEVE50, that's BELIEVE50, BLEAV50, to receive your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. It's BetOnline, it's where the game starts. Tell them the Noisemakers sent you.
Popcorn World. Popcorn World. Groove now, yes I can. So you can get this groove in a bag of a can. You can make it rhyme and groove and the moves in your hand. Popcorn World. 250 flavors gonna make you smile. 250 flavors gonna make you smile. 250 flavors gonna make you smile. I said popcorn make you smile. Ah. Popcorn World. Popcorn World. Popcorn World. It's a popcorn world. The popcorn world. Welcome to Talkin NOIZ, the daily podcast that brings you up to speed and keeps you informed about real issues affecting real people. With your host, Mr. Talkin NOIZ himself, Lloyd Spence. His beautiful wife, Mrs. Noise, Kenyatta Spence. The ever-informed Brother Noise, Alan Brown. And yours cordially, Uncle Noise, Shake Anderson. Come on in and join us as we reveal and opine today's most pressing issues. Real truth while having real fun. Talkin NOIZ is in your house right now. So sit back and enjoy Talkin NOIZ.
1, 2, ready, come on.
Praise the Lord, saints. Praise the Lord. This is our anniversary. We got a lot to celebrate. We're so excited to see everybody and every one of you here at the Talkin NOIZ program. Now we ask each and every one of you to grab your Bible and your church fan and your personal book. And we're gonna have a wonderful time. But before we launch off into the service today, we're gonna have a selection by white organist, staying for the so good, don't you? Mama, no, we can hear you typing. Everybody can hear you typing. Pop, 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 pop.
Well, you must have unmuted me because I don't remember.
Can hear you. I've been hearing you typing for 2 years now. Pop, 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 pop. Everybody, it's good to see you tonight. For the beginning of our anniversary week, and this is our anniversary week. We are in the midst of it. We are in the midst of our second 9th anniversary, which we will culminate this weekend with a second 9th weekend anniversary weekend celebration.
Happy anniversary.
Go ahead, Mama Noise. You want to sing your song? Go ahead. You just
happy anniversary.
I didn't even break into a song right in the middle of my speech. It's just like, I don't understand.
I was inspired.
I understand. I ain't mad at you. But Talkin NOIZ on Friday night, a regular Talkin NOIZ, and then but an anniversary version of Talkin NOIZ. And then, of course, Uncorked Wine on Saturday night. So we in here, yo. We in here. Yup. Al B's in the building.
What's up, my peoples?
What's going on, Mike? What's going on? Can you believe it? We are like 5'11", 5'12". How many shows? 5'12" or 13?
Well, it was 5:07 on Friday.
No, that was last Friday.
That's what I'm saying.
No, last Friday. Not this past Friday, the Friday before.
No, it was this past Friday.
No. Was it?
Mr. NOIZ.
I'm confused.
Clearly.
Are you sure? All I know is we killing it, is what I'm saying. That's all I know. That's all I know. Thank you, Cousin Catherine, one of the original OG noisemakers, and Chad, another OG noisemaker.
OG noisemaker.
OG noisemaker. It's so good to see everybody. I mean, my goodness. I'm so excited. I'm
As
so
the old folk in Mississippi would say, it's good to be seen and not
excited.
be.
That's it. That's it, LB. That's it, baby. Man. So we're gonna have some special guests this weekend. Um and this is gonna be a fun
Mama
weekend.
Noise, Mama Noise, did you ever get any clarity on what was meant by second ninth anniversary?
You know what it means now. So let me explain to everybody because it seems everybody is confused. The second ninth anniversary simply means that technically Noise Media and Entertainment licensed wise is 9 years old. Technically, it started in 2013. Technically, however, this current alliteration of joy and happiness that we experience, that is Talkin Noise, it is Uncorked Wine, and all of our, developmental shows and projects that we've been working on since the pandemic began, is only 2 years old. So we were confused. Should we celebrate the 9th anniversary or should we celebrate the 2nd anniversary? So we just decided to celebrate them both.
Oh,
The second 9th anniversary.
okay.
Yeah, that's all it is, Al. That's all this thing is about. Mama, why are you looking like that?
Clearly, that wasn't in production.
Mama Noise, you know what? You're not gonna embarrass me in front of these people. Okay?
I like how you said, you know what it means now without any explanation. Like,
but she knew. She knew. I explained it to her and she knew.
Oh, Mama Noise knew.
Yeah, she knew.
You know what, Mr. Noise? It's sad. It's really sad. That was one of those moments where they say, "Can you guys join us on or whatever date that is, and come and have dinner with us?" And then you say, "Let me check with my wife." And the old saying is, "That's the nice way of saying
not what this was.
I want to come."
That's not what this was. Because I explained it to you thoroughly. I explained it to you thoroughly.
No, you didn't.
I did. I really did. And I am proud of all 1,800 of our supporters. Is it 1,800? I think it's 1,800. How many? 1,866 supporters. We appreciate every single one of them. Let me tell you why I appreciate them. Because some people may have many more supporters. Mm-hmm. But they got really just more likes and follows. We have actual people that support us, that watch the shows every day. Shout out to the well, as before the broadcast, the show, the Uncorked Wine show we just did this past weekend. And I meant to send this out to you, Al, and I apologize. But we've had 813 impressions on this past Uncorked Wine. People like that show. I'm just saying how people love us, man, and they hang out with us and they support us and they go back and watch the show and laugh with us, and it's great. So I'm thankful. I'm really thankful for real. Where are you going, Mama Noise? What are you doing?
Boy, you just love them up in the street.
I need you to be focused.
I need to give you a hug.
Well, while she's over there, I'm going to say something. I've decided I'm going to reach out to the bros and see if we can go on and push on over the 2,000 mark. Because I know the bro. Are you laughing at me right now? So what we're doing is laughing at people right now?
I wish I'd have got that shirt that says "Where the bros at." I wish I'd have got it.
Hear me, Mama Noise. You ain't never getting that shirt.
Now that part is true. That's true. Under those circumstances, that's true.
I'm just saying.
Still.
Why are you laughing though? I don't understand why you're laughing.
Cause y'all failed. That was an epic fail last time.
No, it wasn't. The bros came through. They just didn't come through in the timely manner in which
right.
But you know what?
It's true. Where the bros at?
Okay, but how about this? How about I'm gonna reach out to them, and this week I'm gonna tell them, say, hey, by Friday, we're gonna do a special anniversary thing. I need y'all to come through with your likes and your follows, as well as your offense.
Don't you have one of your frats calling out to your other brothers, telling them to come through?
I do. And you know what? You know what? Thank you, Al. You just gave me a great idea. You just gave me a great idea. Yeah.
That's true. Which ended
Yeah.
up in jail.
That's a
He
great
ended up in jail
idea.
after
Thank
that.
you so much.
It cost him to go to jail, but you know it was worth it.
You ain't got to bring that part up.
It was facts.
I'm just coming on with big shade energy today. I don't like it.
Well, it was facts.
It was just because it is fact on me. You got to bring it up.
Yep.
He's a free man.
Still doesn't explain why y'all lost the last time.
Listen, whatever. Guess what? I want another shot. I want another shot at the title.
I don't want to give you another shot.
I want another shot. I want another. You scared? What, you scared?
I've already won. There's no need for me to be scared.
Well, then what you gonna do about this?
Why do I need to let you take my title? I already have it.
Right now, I'm glad you're acknowledging it. That if given another shot, I will take your title.
No, stop it.
Okay. Well, then what you waiting on? By Friday, let's see how many more people I can get than you get. You ready? Are you down?
You know, I just don't want to see you lose, honey.
You ain't gotta see nothing. Friday, what's up? What you want to do?
This guy always blows the smoke, boy. I'm telling you.
Albie, is she scared? It sounds like she's scared. Sound like she's scared. Sound like somebody's a little nervous.
No, sweetheart.
I apologize, y'all.
Her sorrows might be preoccupied in the fall.
They might be preoccupied this time. They might not come through like you want them to this time, homie.
And that's why she don't want to.
Never one of those people that like to take the bait, and this sounds like, no, this time it's gonna be different.
You know what it sounds like to me? Like you scared.
Yeah. Halloween season's coming up, so yes, she sounds a little scared.
A little nervous.
That's what you said last time.
You scared to look. You scared
I still have the video that says, "Please, bro."
Mama Noise. Ain't no such thing as halfway crooks. If you shook, you shook.
You were shook. Please.
Yeah. Oh.
What you want to do?
If you must get drugged again.
Oh.
Drag me then. Drag me. It's on. It's on again. It's on and popping.
You had the vice president of the frat and still
First of all, you're not going to disrespect the president of the fraternity.
Still lost.
We wasn't in the competition when I brought him on. But now it's on. Now we're going to hit him up, and I'm going to say, Chris, hook me up. And when he do, and we drag you across the floor, I don't want to hear nothing from you. I don't hear nothing from you.
Oh my gosh, confidence is something.
As soon as we win, and you say, "Where the bros at?" I'm gonna say, "We right here."
And you know what Chris is gonna say?
Come through.
Let me check with my wife.
That is not why y'all doing this. That's not true. You know what, Al? You're a hater too. All this hate going on, but that's all right. I ain't scared.
That's what he gonna say. Brother, Broham.
In the words of another famous drop on this show, it's on. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So starting tomorrow, so here's the rule.
Mm.
You can't release nothing until tomorrow morning. Is that cool?
This is what you did
You're
last
trying to get a head start.
I don't need to try to get a head start.
Well, you better get a head start because we gonna.
I am the reigning winner.
You know what? I'll let you have your little head start the last couple of times. This time, I'm just gonna dust you all the way off, and that'll be
your plea to the
I'm gonna dust you all the way off this time once and for all.
You did
and
that.
I won't hear nothing else about it after I do.
Okay, I'll let you run.
I'm putting the full weight on you this time.
Oh, really?
Yep. I'm putting it all in.
Uh,
All of it is going in.
are you hearing what you're saying?
Yes, I am.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
I hear it very clearly.
Yeah, okay.
It's all right, Mama Noise. So that starts tomorrow.
Mm.
What is this? The following comments of Mama Noise are not entirely opinion. What in the world? I never asked you to give a
Disclaimer.
Don't give a disclaimer.
She be giving disclaimers for us, boy.
Well, did anybody ask for this one?
She be like, we like to apologize to the Latino community.
They didn't even do nothing. They didn't even do nothing this time.
She do it.
We didn't even do nothing this time.
Oh.
I don't understand why we got called out.
Then Mr. Noise be, what I do?
We ain't do nothing. Sorry, just being a hater this time.
This time.
I want to give some love real quick before we go on with the rest of the show. I don't know if y'all forgot what today is. Today is September 12th, which means Ada Twist came out. The third season of Ada Twist Scientist came out on Netflix today, and there was right off the top there was a special addition to the show.
Yeah.
If you look at the cast that was in the second episode of the first episode, it was the second feature of the first episode. It was Justice Rain Killebrew and Willa Killebrew, which he didn't even tell us he was going to be in it, but he was in it. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Killebrew men's.
Killebrews.
All up in there. And shout out to Ada Twist Scientist. I don't know if you've seen the episode yet, but the whole episode was about justice, basically.
Nice.
I have not.
It was really, really cool.
Mm-hmm.
It was very, very cool. It was a whole episode was about how he communicated with his tablet. They didn't call him Justice. In the show, they called him Nassan.
Mm-hmm.
You know, which I'm not sure why they went that route, but
hey,
I ain't complaining. I'm stalling Netflix out on that one. But it was very, very cool that they brought it in, and it was just a really nice episode.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to give all the love.
Proud of them getting Netflix worthy.
By the way, I did not know the show was produced by the Obamas. Did y'all know that?
No.
I did not.
Yes.
The Obamas are doing big things in regard to documentaries.
Oh Lord. I know.
Did I say that out loud? I'm sorry. I thought
I said it out loud. I said that shit.
He got he got a, what was it, an Oscar or something here recently for his last documentary on Netflix.
Okay. No, I said okay, Mom. No,
I'm referring to President Obama.
I agree with you because you wanted me to.
Really?
No, you was really like, oh, agree. I was like, okay.
Boy.
No, I agreed. I was with you. I was totally with you, Mama Noah. Totally with you. So yeah, I just want to show some love, and they did an outstanding job. Both Wella, Lord have mercy, Wella and Justice. They both did an outstanding job. Proud of them tremendously for getting their boogie on.
That is an extremely amazing opportunity that they've been given to be a part of this.
Yeah, I agree 100%. Al, what you end up doing yesterday? Or the weekend? You spend it all day watching football like I did?
I did not. I did a lot of lounging around, napping. I saw quite, a few games here and there.
Okay. Well, I spent the entire day watching football. I just couldn't. I couldn't help myself. It was so good.
I can tell by the 112 text messages I got in y'all's.
Not 112. That feels aggressive. That feels aggressive. Like 100. I don't know if it was 100. Quite 112.
So you don't think so?
I don't think it was 112.
You don't think so?
It was.
It may have been a lot. I mean, I ain't gonna hold you. It was probably a lot. I tried to show
it has been 41 today. So imagine all weekend.
So it wasn't a stretch. It was accurate.
But you're a part of the family.
Do you know what today is?
Hey, it's our anniversary. Anniversary ish week.
Second ninth anniversary.
Second ninth anniversary. Ooh, that works, Al. Al, that works. The second ninth anniversary.
Oh, that sounds like second now. Second now.
It does not sound like second now. Suck it now. What's wrong with you?
That's not what I said.
It sounds like you said second now.
No, I said second now.
It still sounds like you said second now.
Second now.
It's second night,
man, yo.
Oh, second night.
What's wrong with you?
Okay.
I'm praying for your soul. I'm praying for your soul right now. Lord Jesus, send your power to Mama Noise. She needs you right now, Lord. She is losing it behind that scarf. Oh, Lord.
Wow, is that what we're doing?
Yes, Lord.
Unbelievable.
Okay.
Bless her under a headdress while she drinking out of a straw.
Out of the straw.
You know, Lord, she gets a little aggressive when both those things are aligned.
You know.
Shame on y'all.
Put your weight on it, Doc.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Help her to realize that headdresses and straws don't mix.
Don't go together.
Nice.
Well, it's a bad combination.
Great combination.
I gotta know. I'm so glad he showed up when he did, because, ladies and gentlemen, our elder statesman, the defender of the earth, and all around just a good black man. Cuz Noise just showed up, ladies and gentlemen. And he's a lot drier than I thought he would be. Because I thought you'd be still soaking wet from that game you went to yesterday. That damn water was coming down. That looked like that was in a monsoon, sir.
Yeah, it did rain.
How did you manage to choose the one game where a hurricane was involved? I'm just curious.
First of all, I want to make sure that my internet connection is okay.
Looks good, brother. So far, we're doing great. And happy second ninth anniversary week.
Because I don't want Mama Noah's smart ass comments later on about my.
Wow, that escalated quickly. That went from 0 to 100 really fast. Okay. That's fair.
You asked him to turn his phone horizontal.
What did he just say?
See, it wasn't me.
He said, "Could you turn your you got your vertical going? Can you turn it to a horizontal? Your phone?"
Is there a problem with my camera?
Yes, you got to turn it vertical. It should be horizontal.
Why you can't?
The iPhone may not have those capabilities.
You can't see me.
We can see you, but you got your black, your black lines on the side.
This black line is fine.
There it is. Now he looks good.
Okay. Let me.
You look a little potentially ashy though from all the water you took in yesterday.
What?
Damn.
It was rainy yesterday. I thought about you that whole game. I said, how the hell did you pick the one game of the year where there was a freaking monsoon going on?
Well, it's Chicago weather. I expect for shit to happen in Chicago, and
that's right.
It did. I mean, it is what it is. But listen, in Soldier Field, be at the game with my cousins. Uh, it was an awesome experience. We had an absolutely wonderful time.
Water and all.
We were fortunate enough to be over inside the stadium. We had an overhang over our head. We were in the cheap seats, and the scoreboard was over our head, so we were protected from 90% of the rain inside.
There you go. Shout
Uh,
out to the cheap seats.
there was rain on the way in. It rained during the game, but we were mostly protected until nearly the end when the floodgates of heaven opened up and the
Oh
players
my
started
gosh.
flying around on the field.
Okay.
At that point, victory was in hand, and
Oh my gosh.
it was just exciting. And then we had to leave that Mother Hubbard and try to go find a share ride type situation, and that was a nightmare.
The share ride type situation. Now, explain that.
Well, I mean, I didn't want to call the name of the companies, but the bottom line is we were attempting to get a ride from the stadium to the hotel. The problem is when you come out of Soldier Field, you come out. It's a sea of people walking. Obviously, it's a football game, so a sea of people are walking, and as a visitor, you don't really know where you are. And the second part of it is Soldier Field is in a park, and when you're in the middle of a park, how do you call the share ride type situation to come pick you up?
Wow.
So we had to walk, and it was pouring raining. So yeah, we were wet from the rooty to the tooty.
The whole pig, huh?
Listening to Jay give this story sounded like I was listening to a sermonette. He was like, we were protected by the covering
That's my
in
fault.
the cheap seats.
I didn't realize it was a sermon. Otherwise, I'd have asked White Williams. I'd be like, White Williams, get on there. Yeah, I got him on there, but I didn't know.
He was like, when heaven opened up and poured out the rain,
Oh, Lord.
then the rideshare situation was uncanny. I mean, I just can't tell you the name of the service. If I did, it would probably cancel out everybody. Everybody wouldn't even give it,
That was wait on it, Doc. I never understood what they were putting their weight on, but it sounded good when they said, "Put your weight on it, Doc."
I'll tell you this: it was a wonderful weekend, a wonderful experience in Chicago. Listen, I know these Wahites, and don't misunderstand me. I know there's a lot of murders that go on in our inner cities of America.
Mm-hmm.
I know they want to paint Chicago with a broad stroke of a paintbrush, but the reality is that's an amazing city.
Really?
Oh my God! Now I've been there a lot of times, but I've never really toured it the way that we toured this weekend. And we spent all of our time downtown, and it was just like, man, if this Mother Hubbard wasn't so cold in the wintertime, where people shouldn't live like that, I would consider a move up there.
Really?
But with
Lord.
that lake effect snow and the wind and the rain and the snow, they keep that shit. That I won't do.
So you all in until the rain came down. Then you were like, hell no, I can't do that.
And that Lake Michigan, that waterfront, Lakeshore Drive, and oh man, what a beautiful place.
Wow.
Yeah.
I probably go weekend after weekend after weekend down to the Navy Pier itself. It's just so beautiful.
Absolutely beautiful.
Wow.
I agree with you, Albie.
That shit they call a beach.
Yeah,
I'm gonna argue.
yeah. I agree with you.
Okay.
But there's just so much to see and so much to do. It's like,
Oh yeah.
what a city.
Well, I'm glad you had a good time despite the weather. The video that has gone viral is a video of a guy that was sitting in the up in the section I think you may have been sitting in, and I guess one part of the roof collapsed, and he just had water pouring down in his popcorn bucket, and he just ruined his entire popcorn bucket. He's pouring the popcorn and the water out the bucket. It was an ugly situation. And then of course there's Justin Fields and the rest of the Chicago Bears, who had a phenomenal comeback from behind victory against the 49ers. But them sliding across the field head first. So it seemed like a pretty good. It's funny, the younger me would have probably enjoyed that game. The older me would have been pissed that I was getting so wet.
Well,
I remember.
like I said, I wasn't out there in the elements the way most people were because of
Right.
our protection. So I'm going to agree with you. In fact, I kept saying to my cousins, thank God we're not further down. The cheap seats actually saved us from the rain most of the game.
I remember playing a homecoming game at Central High School against Shawnee. I was a freshman, and we played in a downpour similar to that. And of course, Shawnee was the only game we ever won every year. And I remember our celebration being very similar to that at the end of the game. Just so much water on the field that it was like being on a slippy slide.
And that would be fun when you're young. Like when you're young, you're like, oh, this is so much fun. We get to play in the elements and blah, blah, blah. But as an older person, you say, oh, shit, my phone is getting wet, my wallet's wet, my ass is wet.
Yeah, they'd got my Antonio Brown version. I'm out. I can't do this. I'm out.
Right. Yeah.
I would add this last part here. I've been to a lot of NFL football games, different teams, whether it was Florida, Colorado, Texas. I've been to a lot of games. New York. The atmosphere in Soldier Field, to me, is like none other.
I was going to say, when they're good, it's pretty impressive. Like they have a fever pitch fan base. They say Seattle, and the only ones that can match it is like Seattle when they're good, and another in Philly when they're good.
Mm-hmm.
But they say Chicago is an unbelievable home field advantage.
It was a nice environment, man. The way they celebrate, those people are diehards, and it was just fun. I mean, to be honest, I go to a Cowboy game, and I hate to say it, but I'm gonna say it on this here device anyway. I mean, it's like we're somewhat bougie. We're sitting in plush surroundings, and we're eating fancy food and drinking our fancy this and that, and it's not like a Chicago. Them people get their hot dogs and their popcorn, and they go to sit and they cheer their asses off for the Bears, and that was fun to see.
I heard Detroit is like that as well, and they said the old Oakland Stadium was like that as well.
Mm-hmm.
Just hardworking people took their hardworking money, and just trying to have a good time.
I agree.
I've seen the Cowboys play in about 4 or 5 different cities, and Detroit was my favorite of Indy, Nashville, Cincinnati. Cincinnati twice, and Detroit. And so Detroit was the best experience that I've had as a visiting opponent. So
nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, that's good, man. Well, we're glad you made it back safe, and I'm glad it was a good experience. But I definitely thought about you. I was like, man, it is wet out there. Goodness crazy. I hope they got good seats because this is crazy. This is crazy. So anyway.
And we stayed until the very end from kickoff.
Well, you had to. It was a good game. It was a fantastic game.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, it was a fantastic game. The whole opening weekend has been fantastic. If we're being completely transparent, it has been a really, really phenomenal opening weekend all the way across the board. Some really, really great games.
Is that because your bullshit ass team won? Is that why you?
I mean, you can say that. You know, I understand the vitriol by which you spit right now because I understand the frustration that Cowboy fans are going through, which is why I have not responded to you on. I haven't said anything to you on your text. I haven't texted you. I've been very nice to you, despite the fact that y'all are a lot of shit. I haven't said a thing, and I don't think it's right for me to say anything. Listen. This is bad. You know what I'm saying? This is bad. You know how they uncover a scandal, and then you look at the scandal, you go, "Oh my God, this is so bad. People are gonna lose their jobs. People are gonna be in trouble. It's gonna be really bad." That's what this is. So I don't want to say nothing. I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. I'm gonna just sit back and sip on my coffee.
Are you done?
No, I'm not done. Of course I'm not done. This is only week 1. I got 16 more of these to go. I got 16 more of these to go, but it's all good. I'm not again, nothing to say really at this point. Prayers up to that. Prayers up. Black praying ends. Did you just leave?
Black
praying. There you go.
Can't blame him. I'm not.
Don't be like that. Cowboy fans, y'all too sensitive. Y'all gotta chill out. Just it ain't that serious. So that's all I was gonna say about it. I wasn't gonna even bring that up. You brought that up. I wasn't gonna bring it up. I actually wanted to talk about an update that is just pure BS to me. And that is the findings. I was saving all my vitriol for this. The update from Brigham Young University, who, as they quoted, after they did their extensive investigation into the allegations that were made at the Duke BYU volleyball game, they found that there was no evidence that there were any racial activities going forward. There was no racial slurs hurled at the young lady. She just imagined it all.
Wow.
What has been Duke's response?
I don't think Duke has said anything as of yet, although I'm sure they will.
No question.
Didn't they speak prior to this? Didn't they stand behind that young lady? Did not anyone else on the team witness this?
I will say this. I cannot wait to hear what Duke has to say. I cannot wait to hear what everybody has to say. Because that little girl didn't imagine this. She didn't make this up. Why would she make it up? What does she have to gain from making this up?
Notoriety.
How you think she made it up? I don't think she made
it up. No. I'm just throwing it out there.
I know you said devil's advocate. I got you. I can't. I'd be stunned. Well, let me say this. Very clearly. When all of this unpacks to the end, and it comes out that her and her grandmother or godmother, whatever this lady is, has been her advocate in all this. If it all comes out that they both were lying and they both need to go to jail. But I don't think they're making it up. I just don't. But I mean, you guys give your thoughts as well. Mama Noise, you can go ahead.
Well, I mean, I don't think that was something that's pick up.
Keep talking, Mama Noise.
I just don't think that's something somebody would make.
We got an echo. That's why I'm trying to see what's going on.
Let
me see. Okay.
Hold on, Mama Noise. Hold on.
The echo may be me, so hold on.
Okay. Go ahead, Mama Noise.
I don't believe that she made that up.
Is that better?
Yes.
Okay.
You know, when they confessed that it was somebody that was over in the student section that wasn't a student and all this, they have all these other facts, and then all of a sudden, after they do an intense um, investigation, now all of a sudden, um, you didn't find anything.
So why put security over there during the game if there's no if it never happened?
Was that just what was that for? I mean, to validate the point, or to protect her, or was it to prove that she was lying?
I don't know. This whole story is kind of janky. I don't know. Cuz Al, what y'all think?
Well, I don't know enough about it. I don't know what they were investigating. Um, how was it investigated? I don't know enough about why they came to the conclusion they came to. But I about America as a whole. We have because we have an entire political party. Yes, I'm bringing up politics. That is offended by the suggestion of there ever being racism in America.
Right.
And they tend to make it a political thing. That the white liberals, the media, and the such tend to believe they're Negroes. And the Negroes are trying to tear down the greatness of America, and the white liberals and the media is assisting them in the destruction of America from its core.
Mm.
I say that because I listen to conservative talk radio. I like to know what idiots think. And it's all over conservative talk radio, this story. I sent it to you. I'm sure you had already heard about it, but I sent it to you because as I was riding home today, I was listening to them Wahites opine on how fake this story was and how the media grabbed a hold of it in order to make America look bad.
Mm.
And that's their stance. They don't really give a if it's true or not, but they like the fact that it's not true, and it's a black eye to Democrats and Black Lives Matter and liberal politics. That's a sad thing when an entire party has that stance against what is a deeply woven history of America, and that is racism.
You know what's even worse than that? That to me is that here's a young lady who was put in an impossible, uncomfortable position. And that what people got out of it was something political, as opposed to her life could have been in danger. Or she was being completely disrespected as a human being. That to me is what makes this even like there's nothing political about this. This is just I don't know.
It's political. It's political to them
Right. No, I agree with you saying. Yeah.
For the same reason Black Lives Matter became political. For the same reason a man kneeling on his knee saying that there is injustice in America became political. They tried to make it political because they want to prove that liberal politics, even though black people are generally not liberals, we are very conservative people. Um, but they want to prove that we are trying to destroy America and that they are the true patriotic people.
Mhm.
When I can't think of anything more patriotic than anyone fighting for a country despite a country not fighting for them.
Right. Not only fighting for it, but building it, like building it literally with our own hands.
Stood for this country when the country wouldn't stand for them. See,
Fact.
what
All facts.
Hayes fought and the greatest generation, they fought because they were given so much from this country. Black people that fought in wars for this country were not given shit, yet they fought.
Yeah.
But they want to prove that they're more patriotic than anybody else. They're the true patriots. They're full of shit. They are. I'm sorry about my cousin Mama Noise. I sincerely apologize.
Why do you do that? Why do you apologize? I don't understand what that's about. That apology is empty as a rain coming down in Chicago.
I was going to say, I just apologize. Don't emphasize your sincerity because I think your sincerity is where the bullshit lies.
Right.
How y'all gonna speak my heart?
Holy Spirit. I heard that speak my heart. I get triggered. Because it was bullshit. Y'all know that.
At least we do.
Yeah, we definitely know that. The noisemakers for sure know that. Listen, I feel bad for the young lady. I feel bad for what this seemingly bullshit investigation came up with. Because I can't imagine how you had all of these people and all of these people, nobody but this one black girl on the volleyball court heard this man or woman saying the N-word. She's the only one that heard it.
Yeah.
I can believe that part, Lloyd. Because the Wahites are numb to it.
What's that?
Of course. The Wahites are numb to it. Like, how many times have y'all sat in the house and not even thought about the train going by? Because y'all used to it.
Well,
that was a good one.
that was actually a really good analogy.
Oh my gosh.
I'm just saying.
That was actually a really good analogy. I got to give you credit for that one.
I don't believe that the results of their investigation are accurate. But I also don't believe that a room full of folks in Utah didn't hear it.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
I'd be stunned by that. Yeah.
If the tree falls in the forest and nobody doesn't make a sound.
Well, I guess it doesn't make a sound. Like I said, I guess it doesn't make a sound if you purposely put your earplugs on.
That part.
Wow.
So
I'm interested to hear the young lady in the university, Duke University's rebuttal to.
Yeah. I agree 100%. I cannot wait to hear tomorrow, hopefully, what they have to say and how they arrived at everything is awesome. We're all awesome. It's all awesome. We'll see, huh?
I hope she, because you think about someone that is in that situation, no telling how many threats and stuff she received. And hopefully she's strong enough to be able to stand up and stand steadfast and tell what really happened.
Well, as truth on her side, then she'll be fine. and I hope that she has truth on her side.
Well, I'm curious to see where this also goes from here because, or where can it go from here? Because technically, no real hurt, harm, or danger came to her. So no real crime per se was committed. So I don't know from an investigatory perspective where this could actually go, other than where it has already been. But it would be nice. I don't know. It'd be nice to see a federal situation, but I can't imagine they would step in for something that wasn't really a crime.
Correct. Correct.
Yeah, this is a tough situation.
So I wonder if Don Staley and her South Carolina Gamecocks are going to reverse their stance and renew that series with BYU.
I would imagine it is a possibility that the good people of South Carolina University may go to Don and say, Sister Don, we appreciate your stance and all the wonderful things you're doing at this her university, and we appreciate the way you have stood for your the solidarity for your people. But it appears that the good folk of BYU have come up with a fair and impartial investigation, and I think we should go on and renew it.
I don't understand the accent.
That's South Carolina. Sister Dawn. You know, I'm trying to do white evangelical.
Oh my God.
But that's how they go approach it. You know, they're going to approach it that way. Sister Dawn. Praise the Lord, Sister Dawn. We just love you so. Love all the work that you're doing. Praise the Lord for you. I met with the Board of Regents, and we just believe that no harm and no foul has occurred, and we should just allow ourselves to bring unity and oneness as the Lord would see fit in this particular situation. You know, the Mormons, they are our brothers and sisters in Christ.
Well, you know, I believe that it's awfully jacked up that you're doing this. You're doing a good job on the accent.
Well, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it.
I mean, you sound like one of them for real.
Do I? Oh, thank you. That was my goal.
Even though it's jacked up that you're doing the accent,
Is it jacked up?
you're doing a good job at it.
I don't know. Is it jacked up? Am I racist?
Well, I mean, it's about time you play it.
Wow. He wanted to
I
get
have to
finished.
agree with Cuz. It's long overdue. You
Was it
needed
long
that.
overdue?
Yeah, you needed
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, you were wrong.
God damn, that was racist.
Yeah, you was wrong as fold up shoes.
I was just trying to give a reenactment or pre-enactment.
However, I am not disputing the accuracy,
That's all I'm saying.
but it was racist as hell.
I'm not.
Okay, fair enough. I would like to see other universities take the same stance until a real investigation takes place.
See, that's the problem, Mr. Noise. We don't know what they did to investigate. See, that's a part of the problem.
Because for them to come back and say that this young lady, that they found nothing, they just basically nationally called this young lady a liar. Was it that good, Ron? Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Shout out to Ron. They basically just called her a liar. That's what they did.
Yeah.
I don't disagree. That's why I said I hope she has truth on her side. And I stay that neutral, even though I know racism exists. Don't dare think I'm not saying that. But I stay that neutral because we don't know. I'm not I don't consider myself a person that jumps on the bandwagon because I tend to believe X is true. Every time I hear X, I jump on the bandwagon and say, "Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah, that's true."
Right.
I don't want to be that person. I want to know that what's being said is true before I say, "See, y'all fucked up." I'm sorry, Mama. No, I slipped out.
Stop apologizing.
Ain't nothing slipped out.
I mean, I had a whole weekend
That
of
slipped in. See what I did there?
I had a whole weekend of nothing but cussing.
Oh, I can.
I mean, the guys' weekend. I mean, we said
Do you
everything.
feel refreshed? Do you feel refreshed
Oh,
after a whole weekend of cussing? I'm just curious.
oh
He
yeah,
got an increase in testosterone.
I
You
feel
didn't.
so much lighter.
You didn't get it out of your system.
I heard
No,
cussing
you
releases.
You came back today rather aggressive.
I heard cussing releases endorphins. Like it's like
Oh,
a joy that comes with it.
Yeah, we cuss from sun up to sundown. I mean, we
I
just
I
can't.
get joy when I think about telling
Nope.
you shut the fuck up. I get joy when I think
Mm-mm.
about.
Nope.
That's not how it goes.
No.
Although you did sound like Jimmy Swagger.
Wait, Jimmy Swagger.
Boy,
But
y'all
that
going there.
implies that I was being racist again. I wasn't trying to be racist that time. That just kind of worked out that way. That wasn't my goal though.
I will agree.
All right. Well, to be continued on the story, I'm very disappointed that BYU would come but I get why they did it though, because their bottom line was about to be tremendously affected. Because what people are not going to do is go to a racist university.
Oh, yes, they will.
Well, they're not going to tell people about it anyway.
About 17,000 of them enroll every year.
Well, they're not going to tell people that they're going to a racist university. How about that? I don't know. I'm very uncomfortable with this story because it just feels like something ain't quite right.
Uh-oh.
I'm just saying, Mama Noise, something ain't quite right.
Okay.
Mama Noise, what's that I'm hearing in the background? Is that the train?
Yes, it is.
People get ready. There's a train a coming. I heard a weird story today. There's a rapper by the name of Rakim Hashim Allen. Most people know him as PNB Rock. He's reasonably popular. I don't know if he's popular, but he's reasonably popular. But he was shot in the chest today, I guess. In a Roscoe's Chicken and Waffle.
Ah!
Why is that funny? I don't understand why that's funny.
Because the Roscoe's Chicken and Waffle I went to is in the hood.
Yeah, he was in the hood for sure. And it appears the reason why it,
I told my baby, stay close, baby, stay close, stay close. Don't look at them. Stay close.
Yeah. It's in the hood. It's in LA, and they say he's in serious condition. He's conscious, but he's in serious condition. And they say the reason why he was able to be found at the Roscoe's Chicken and Waffle is because his girlfriend may have posted it that they was at the Roscoe's Chicken and Waffle.
Ain't that what people do? Our cell phones have where you to click the location that you're at right now. So if you walk into the Home Depot, it'll say, like, in other words, do you want to say in your Facebook post, I am having a hard time looking for plywood here at the Home Depot at 75 in Shiloh or something.
I don't know if I like the way the story was written, because the story implies that she posted his location, and it kind of leaves it open to where, I don't know, it feels like he got set up.
I was going to say, is that what you're trying to imply?
I don't know. I don't think so, but I don't like the way the story got posted. I'm just saying that.
Listen, I don't understand why folks are not.
Oh my God, they got a picture of him laying on the ground in the chicken and waffles
Oh my
in a
Jesus!
pool of blood.
See that? See, I blame TMZ for all of
Oh
it.
my God.
Which chicken and waffle is it?
It's in LA.
They have a lot of them in LA.
I was going to say
I
that's
don't know. They didn't give an address, but they literally have a picture of him laying on the ground in the Roscoe's Chicken and Waffle. This is bananas. I have never, man. Wow.
LA. It's LA. It's great theater.
no. It's TMZ saying whoever first, I give you 5 G's.
I mean, he is laying face down in a pool of blood. He's conscious, but they're trying
Trying to
to.
help them. They all taking the picture.
No. There's somebody standing in the back, away from it, and he's trying to. He's just there, laying there, and the people are trying. The people that work there are trying to help him, and they're trying to prop his head up, and it's bad. I've never seen anything like that. Wow, they're saying it was an attempted robbery, so maybe she didn't set him up.
Yeah, it could be. She done told him where to find him.
Well, I don't. They said she posted the location on IG, and then 20 minutes later, robbers came and shot him. And then somebody said the same scenario happened with Pop Smoke. You people need to learn to stop posting your location.
I mean, listen.
Well, I told you. You know what, Mama Noise? It's funny that we have that with it. Not that you're of similar ilk, but remember we used to. You know how people be posting where they eating and all that stuff. And I remember we had a conversation about that. I said, I need you to stop posting when we going out to the restaurant. I don't want people to know where I'm at.
Well, and the other thing about that, to piggyback on that, is that people put when they're out of town. They're always like, in other words, we gonna put up and we posting and we flexing that we in Costa Rica, we in Puerto Rico, we over in Italy or whatever you at, and then you basically told everybody that you know, whether they be real friends or foe, that you ain't home. So then when you see somebody breaking your house while you gone, well, you told them you wasn't home.
Yeah, to me that just means you asking to get robbed.
I mean, then people be like, doing a photo dump of old photos or whatever. Like, in other words, just let you know, like, I'm home.
So, but that's a scary thing, man. That dude.
But this is sounding like a pattern, because not but a couple of weeks back there was a rapper down in Atlanta that had been kidnapped.
Right.
They was trying to rob him.
Let me ask you a question. I didn't mean to cut you off, but I meant to cut you off because you sparked the question and I'll forget. How much is this indicative of also the way these individual rappers are moving? And what I mean by that, if you're moving a certain way and still trying to connect to the hood or connect to your people, or I don't know what show we were doing. We were talking about Nipsey Hussle, and I think it was LeBaron that came on and said, "Well, he's still around the hood," and I'm like, "Okay, but that ain't a reason to shoot him." But maybe once you hit a certain measure of success, you just gotta leave these niggas. Like, you can't really be like, I don't know. Is it the way they moving? Like, you still like? There's nowhere where there's no chicken and waffles in Sherman Oaks. So I get it. But
they're now calling that a fatality.
Oh, did he die?
Says rapper PNB Rock was fatally shot.
Oh my goodness!
In South LA, Roscoe's Chicken and Waffle.
Wow.
South LA?
While TMZ initially identified the Inglewood Roscoe's as the site of the shooting, most reports say the attack was at the Broadway, Manchester location in South LA.
Okay.
Now, is that the hood?
I thought it was Inglewood.
When you said, I was too. I was in there saying,
Was South LA the hood?
Yes.
Oh, so he was still in the hood. It wasn't like he just.
Yeah, Manchester Avenue.
It's the hood too.
I mean, listen, when you said that, I was sitting there going, is he talking about Inglewood? But I was like, okay, maybe not. Maybe it's just some other place, since there's so many locations throughout the area of Roscoe's.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
We said earlier on our show, guys, that once you achieve a certain level of success, you move on from. You can't continue to go back, because listen, we as mediocre successful Negroes, you can't continue to go back where you come from, because not everybody there is as excited for you as you think.
Right.
And if you really have notoriety and fame, you have to understand it only takes one or two. That situation. So you going back there riding around in your Bentley or your Phantom and your Lamborghini, going to Roscoe's Chicken. Fool, what are you doing? You have to be smarter than that.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna say something else too, man. Prayers might need to go up for this girlfriend as well, because if she didn't set him up and she was just trying to be cute on Instagram, she is mentally and emotionally, she is going to be a wreck. I mean, how do you come back? How do you come back from that one?
We always talk about, well, when I come up, I ain't gonna change. And then the comedian, I forgot who it was, that said, you made that up. I'm gonna change my address, change my phone number, I'm gonna change several things. And then folks kind of thought it was funny or whatever. But the truth is, like Jay said, if folks ain't gonna be, everybody ain't trying to, you hope that everybody's happy for you, but it ain't realistic. There are folks that's waiting to see you fall, waiting to see you self-destruct. They're just waiting on it to fail. They're just, on the sidelines, just cheering for the destruction of your dream or your success or whatever. Matter of fact, somebody, oh man, I got to find that post now. There was a post somebody put talking about, there are some people just watching. I think it's basically what I just said, that are just waiting. They ain't posted. They not commenting. They not giving a reaction to the wonderful things that's happening in your life. They're just waiting for the destruction. They're just waiting for that part. So then they can say, they told, see,
or whatever, yeah,
that type of stuff. And I was like, hey, like, so there are people waiting in the wings, hoping for your destruction and hoping for your failure. And the other thing is that it's sad commentary, but still telling people where you are at all times. I know that they just, every Facebook post, that's an option. If you see all the drop box that says, do you want to put who's with you? Do you want to put where you located?
I don't.
And all of that. And that's an option. But see,
go ahead, Al.
Unfortunately, that's part of the flex. He's a Philadelphia-based rapper. He's in LA. He trying to flex. He trying to get, his name out there. So of course I'm gonna go to where the people at. I'm gonna go in the hood.
But some of them same rappers be like, because see, okay, let's just say rappers back in the day that did say little whatever stuff, but I don't remember folks saying, where you can find me. I'm over at 23rd and the Hill at 5:30 every every day. So you basically told all your enemies where to find you.
But Mama Noise, I think you're missing the other point of what we're saying. I agree with what you're saying. You're not wrong. But I think there's another point to be made here. Because the challenge of some of this is the balance between the connectivity that the modern celebrity wants to have with the fans for monetary gain and the anonymity or the maintaining of anonymity that you need, because like Jay said, everybody ain't for you. So how do you balance the two? Because there is a monetary gain for him posting that he's at Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles, or the girlfriend posting that you're in Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles. Because now 40,000 people are going to hit the like button, which turns into, pushes her Instagram follows up and possibly turns into a check for her or whatever. But the flip side of it is PNB is now gone. So it's the balance of how do I maintain my anonymity and safety to I don't know, man. That's a tough situation. That is a tough situation. And I think we've all forgotten in some way that evil is in the world. And it's always been in the world, and it will always be in the world. And you can't just be, I don't know. That flex is different now. Like a flex ain't, well, no, I say it's different, but maybe it's not different. It's just more accessible now. The reality of that flex is more accessible now, and people can respond. And see, Ron said something powerful there. He said, I need people to know where I'm at because in case something happens to me. So I don't know. I don't know. This is a tough situation.
Well, but what people do you need to know where you are?
I think
That's a good point.
I used to be guilty of it. I think I said it on this here show before that I used to post my travels and where I was going, and I did it because I wanted to inspire people to do some of the things. But at the same time, I'm aware that I don't want to say flexing because I'm not a flexing kind of Negro, but some of your flexing, I'm just going to stick with that wording, of some people, and you just have to be aware of that. I was in Chicago all weekend, and boy, did I enjoy myself. And I wanted to a couple of times post a couple of the sites we were at and the things we were doing, but I'm like, I don't do that anymore. It's just not something that I think it can be misinterpreted by people.
Right.
That's my whole point. I think you have to be careful doing that.
I made a statement last week on the show. I think I made it on the show. I may have made it privately with Mama Noise. Sometimes it all runs together. But I think I made a statement where I said, we no longer live in a world where I can't believe that happened. Now we live in a world of, wow, so what's next? And I think when you live in a world that is now what's next, you can't really let your guard down anymore. Does that make sense? Like, you kind of have to keep your head on a swivel at all times and not just assume that situation, that thing. Al, you'll appreciate this. One of the things that growing up in the hood, Jay doesn't know anything about this, or Mama knows. But one thing about growing up in the hood,
full of shit.
One thing about growing up in the hood, because of the environment that you're constantly in every day, you never, ever, 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 ever let your guard down because you know it's the gang this, it's the drug dealer that, it's whatever it is, and everywhere you go, whether it's to the store, whether it's to it doesn't matter. You just keep your head or your awareness about you at all times. And I think that's a black person rule, really. If you grew up in a black community, period, you are conditioned to keep your head on a swivel and be aware of all movements around you. And even, it's funny, Jay, even growing up and moving to the suburbs, I still never lost that. I still crowds, the way crowds move, the way people would move in the crowd, the way, you go into, I still remember going when I did the years and years ago, but when I would go to the club, I still remember looking for the exits and going, okay, all the exits are here, and what is that group over there doing? And they kind of suspect, and you just keep your head on a swivel at all times. And I don't know if you ever lose that or should lose that. But I think societally, we've kind of lost some of that because time has marched on and we're just kind of like, we want, like you said, Jay, we want people to know where we are. We want to flex. And so we get comfortable in those environments, which is how a lot of us got, so to speak. You muted Mama Noise.
Then we have to consider that violence begets violence. We don't know. I don't know anything about this rapper. I don't know what type of content that he rapped or what have you. But not that it justifies a life or, taking his life. I'm just saying that sometimes it's just like when you mentioned Nipsey Hussle, the guy that was talking reckless about Nipsey Hussle and said, you got a problem with what I say. I'm over here on 23rd and Slauson. And then he's still on Instagram Live talking cash smack. Okay, well, other folks with that like mind was like, oh, you over there, you talking trash about my dude? They came through and shot him while he's live on Instagram.
Right.
So, but I don't know what this dude's like I said, his what he rapped about or whatever. And then some guys are saying, well, these aren't real life things that I'm rapping about. These are just stories. Like y'all said, these are just jokes. It's not, I'm not trying to attack nobody. I'm not trying to really comfort nobody. This is just stuff that I'm just talking about. I'm just shooting the ish. Okay, well, there's somebody that's taking it literally. So, like you said, it's almost the same thing about what Biggie was talking smack or whatever out in New York or whatever. And then he goes to California trying to promote his album, thinking that, I'm just here trying to promote an album. No big deal, because I'm just saying stories. I'm just I'm just telling, things that's happened to me or whatever in my raps. And then, and it's killed in the area. Tupac, same thing. You just happen to be in the area, but whatever it is that you're rapping about, somebody's taking the stuff you're rapping about literally.
So that brings me to an interesting question that I want to throw out to the panel. And I don't know how far we're down the road we're going to get on this question. We may have to kind of make it our Talk That Tuesday question because it's actually a pretty good question. What is social media for then? And I throw that out to everybody. To Al, Ron, Lord. Al, Mama Noise, cuz I throw it out to what is social media for? Should it be for inspiration? Should it be for the flex, the humble flex, or the blatant flex? Or what should we be using it for? And is that part of the problem? And now that it's being monetized, is this a situation where that's part of the problem, where the monetization of social media is leaving us vulnerable? I'm asking because I'm curious to know. I don't know, what is it for? Like, I saw something that was so inspirational, and Al, you probably saw this too. A mutual friend of ours, she just got her master's And it was so cool to see her telling her father that she got her master's. And I was like, that's awesome. And she's like, well, yeah, I'm so old. And I said, girl, you ain't old. You just did it when you could do it. And now you got it. So don't focus on the old part. Focus on the, you got it. And so that kind of thing where we can encourage one another, where we can celebrate one another, I think that's cool. But then you get other things where it's like, you get other things and it's like today, I don't know. I'm just trying to understand what exactly is social media for. How much should we be sharing on social media? I guess is maybe, I don't know. I'm trying to put the Talk That Tuesday question together for it. But what is social media for in you guys' opinion? I don't know if you want to go first. I'd see.
What is social media?
What is it for? Like what should we be using it for? Should we? How much should we be sharing? Should we be sharing anything personal?
This is ironic that I was reading an article that was talking about, look, over in other countries, they block all the stuff that we allow. And I was like, okay. So they was like, all we allow in this country in that particular country is stuff that's inspirational, stuff that's, that's uplifting. They only allow those type of things. So if somebody comes on, and then it must be delayed, so it can't be live anything, because then that way it changes the whole situation, because you can't control it once it's live. But so it must be stuff that has to be screened or whatever first. But at any rate, I know that we have first thing that the good old boys want to start talking about is their rights, and
do they say it like you just said in the country voice?
Right. I know my rights. I have a right to say whatever I want to say. Well, but at the same time, social media has allowed people, like you said, to have a voice with a microphone, and a camera, and for it to go right online for the world to know and see. It's supposed to be for the grown folks that are mature enough to be able to know that, okay, we won't put this on there, but I'll put this on there. But, we're giving phones and stuff to children that are barely able to talk, but that have access to the internet. So we're giving, we're giving people this type of freedom,
yeah,
that don't understand the weight of the access, the freedom, the weight of it. So you saying I'm grown, I should be able to do what I want to. Well, you are grown, but there should be some type of accountability for your actions. We know well for like certain people that will come on this show, and if they commented a certain thing, all of a sudden they in Facebook jail. You're like, okay, Facebook says skirt. Nope, I don't know what that was you said, but that bought a flag or just for one word you did. So
because
I think it's too big to narrow it down to what is it for. It could be whatever you want it to be. It's so big. It can do good, it can do bad. It could be a marketing tool for yourself. You can use it to build people up and tear them down. It's just so much that can be done on social media. So I really can't say what it's for. It's really the mentality of the person that's using it. I can we are on social media on here on this here podcast.
Very true.
And we put out a lot of information, and some of that information may rub some people the wrong way. But if you actually listen, we are attempting to lift people up and to free people from the bondage of shame and secrecy that destroys so many people. The feeling of guilt and embarrassment about a lot of things. So we discuss any and everything in order to free people and lift people up. So in doing that, we put a lot of our nakedness on display. Not everybody can handle your nakedness. I mean, some people might like you in the nude, but some people might not.
Some people might not.
So even when you're trying to help people, you will always offend others. I think it's impossible to not. Believe me, T.D. Jakes, God bless his heart, probably gets 10,000 great letters a week, a month, whatever. But I guarantee you he gets haters too.
That's a fact.
They have something negative to say about what he has said or what he is doing or how he is moving.
Somebody's getting the button. Who should have got the button?
Oh, it was earlier because I said I have a right.
Oh. Okay. I'm gonna save that one, Ron, because I'm sure she's gonna do something else. What was that?
What was that?
That's Jay's notifications.
Oh.
Negative. So my question right here is, Mr. Noise, what are you working on?
I'm working on the stuff.
Yeah,
I'm working on a building.
Hey, it's true foundation, holding up the blood stain.
Better for my Lord.
Yeah.
Just as soon as I get through.
Well, shout out to BGE. Black Ensemble.
I partially with Jay, I would simply say I can only focus on what I thought and what I feel social media should be for, and that is to stay connected to people that you can't reach. And I say that because so many of us use social media now to avoid reaching out physically to those people that we can reach. You know what I mean? People that we're in the same city. So I can understand you and I and Jay and Unc or whatever communicating on social media, but really there's no excuse for me and Ron to only communicate on social media.
Because you're right there together. Yeah.
Exactly. So
I guess the thing that this situation with PNB kind of sparks, it makes you wonder. And I didn't, and again, I wasn't. This wasn't the way we were going to go with our show tomorrow, but I think it brings up an interesting conversation. And we, like I said, we're kind of opening ourselves up to it right now, but we'll get deeper into it on tomorrow. But are we putting too much out there? Like Mama Noise said, we know somebody that personally got robbed because they put out there where they were going on vacation and they told people, "Oh, I'm going on vacation," and they put out, "Oh, we're in this city and we flexing. Oh, shout out to the city." And next thing you know, they came back and their house had been robbed. So it makes you wonder, man, are we leaving ourselves? Are we sitting ducks like that just to get a like and maybe a check at the end of that like? Are you actually putting your life in danger, your family's life in danger? Are you leaving receipts that a job can come back and get later?
Well, I do remember seeing
On an interview.
I remember seeing an article one time that this guy was proved innocent in a court case because of his Facebook post and the stamp and where he was located. That saved his life. The
timestamp.
Yeah, the timestamp. Excuse me, the timestamp.
Yeah,
it saved his life because he, they was like, that was him. He was there. It was this time. Blah blah blah. And that's what helped him. But at the same time, I would probably be freaked out if I'm over at some store and then somebody come up and say, "Hey, I knew you was here. I saw your Facebook post." What?
Have y'all ever met somebody that you were Facebook friends with, but you didn't really know them, but you saw them out? That happened to me once. It was really weird.
Uh-oh.
Like we locked eyes, and I recognized the person, and I was like, I know them from somewhere. And then it was like Facebook. And I was like, oh yeah, hey. But then I was like, I don't know if we're supposed to be like talking like this. Like,
I mean, you just
you're my Facebook friend. We're not like friends.
I guess because that's why, like it says, do you want just the friends you know, or friends like, outside of the friends you know?
Right, and I guess that's what threw me, because technically this wasn't somebody I knew. Listen to me. But they had been like inspired by some stuff that I written, and we appreciate your words of encouragement and blah 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 blah. So I went ahead and befriended them. So but then it was weird and awkward to see them like in real time. I'm like, oh, like here you are.
Here I am.
So I was like, that was strange. So I don't know. It makes you wonder: are we really leaving ourselves vulnerable out here? I don't know. Man, that's crazy. Well, rest in peace, by the way. I don't know if we did that yet, but rest in peace to P&B Rock.
Yeah.
That is unbelievable. That is an unbelievable story that he would, just trying to get some chicken and waffles. Yeah, that's it.
I'm thinking, I just can't find any other reason why this one was. She his current girlfriend, or was she some ex-girlfriend that was like, I'll fix his, I'm gonna tell folks that he out here at that.
Listen, I know the conspiracy theorist in you, Mama Noise, wants to say that she set him up, but there's no evidence or proof of that whatsoever.
Keep watching.
No, but don't even. But see, Mama Noise, you gotta not put that out there like that, because that's dangerous. What you're doing is dangerous, and now you put us at risk, because
I don't want to put anybody at risk.
I'm just saying, you just putting it out there with conspiracy theories, and you don't know how people gonna take that.
Okay,
I ain't into this.
I'm just saying, I just don't understand, because if somebody said random Roscoe chicken and waffles, that could have been any of them in that area. But to be specific, I'm wondering.
But she may not have done it that way. It may have been as simple as, sometimes when you post that you're with someone, because of the way your notifications are set up, your notifications may say, such and such is with such and such at this location. And she may have just been trying to say, I'm with my baby. But then Instagram was like, oh, she's with her baby at this particular Roscoe's Chicken and Waffle.
Okay, on fans.
Maybe, I don't know. I don't want to get too deep off in the woods on that part of it because I don't know. I honestly do not know.
Okay.
But I guess what I'm trying to understand is, or should you do it at all? Like, can we just go get the chicken and waffles and not put any of that out there?
I don't think it's saying it is kind of a flex. If I was like, oh my gosh, the Spencers is back in Louisville at Indies.
Yeah,
Do I need to say
why do they need to know we're at Indies? Why can't we just go to Indies? Why does anybody need to know where we are to get our chicken?
Oh, because I mean that solidifies that we're in the area.
But you're not hearing what I'm saying. The people I want to know that I'm in the area, I'll tell them.
Mm-hmm.
And the other people I want to know that I'm in the area, I'll tell them when we have security.
Security.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't necessarily need everybody to just know how I'm moving.
Okay.
That's just my opinion. I mean, I don't know how, or cuz I don't know how y'all feel about that. I'm just saying, I don't know if we should be. I don't know. I don't feel. Maybe you trust the world way more than I do. It feels like, Mama knows. You.
Are you serious? You the same person who kept telling me, Kenyatta, we don't live in the hood. Why you keep trying to secure the locks? Why you keep checking the doors? I'm in the car. I'm like, cause if I left,
well, that's because we was in a gated community. So I didn't realize. I didn't feel like.
I mean, we would go to the grocery store, and I was like, the door's locked. I just want to make sure, because if I'm leaving something in the vehicle, I don't want nobody busting the windows up trying to get in. He's like, Kenyatta, we free.
I guess. You didn't have to put all our business in the street, but that's fine.
He didn't say we was free. Did he?
I didn't say it like that, like Mama Noise is trying to allude to. Mama Noise be out here trying to out her brother.
I think it's important to be free. I consider myself free.
There you go.
And therefore, I'm not concerned about posting my location. I think you have to have actually arrived at something before that really matters.
What is the something though? But what is the something?
Well, I mean, that's, you know when you have arrived to a level of success.
Well, the reason why I'm asking that is because one man's something is another man's nothing, or one man's something is another man's everything. Because you might have said, we might say, well, I ain't rich, but I'm doing okay. Well, comparable, you might be loaded to somebody, and they be like, this is a come up. If I snatch this off of this person, I can at least become a thousandaire. I'm not even a thousandaire yet. So I don't know. I makes you wonder, because I don't know. PNB.
Somebody gonna snatch off of me. I mean, all I have is my holy draws. I mean, what are you gonna snatch off of me?
Hey, holy draws to a guy with no draws is draws.
I'm not a big roller. I am as simple as they come. As a man, I'm talking with my cousins this weekend. We were talking about and making fun of jovially, but how some men have so many toys and stuff.
Mm.
I don't have any of that shit. I just don't. My man cave, if I had one, would be empty. It'd be like, damn, you ain't got nothing to put in your damn man cave. So I don't like the preacher that was robbed with all the jewelry in the church.
Allegedly.
Well, whatever. That dude be flexing a lot.
He be flexing a lot.
Woo! He's a big baller and a shot caller kind of nigga. See, that's
Right.
not me. So if you pull up on me, you can have my 50 cent and my holy draw, because that's about all I got on me.
Well,
No
maybe
jewelry.
the time has come and gone for the big donkey rope, the big dookie chain that folks is wearing. Athletes and celebrities and stuff that still be trying to wear that type of stuff.
Could be. I don't know. It's an interesting. I don't know. It's a weird, interesting, fascinating thing. So I don't know. At this point, I really don't know what to think about it. But we can get into it deeper tomorrow. I have to show you this video, Al and Cuz and Noisemakers. I have to show you this video because I think the Emmys are tonight. They're going on as we speak right now. The Emmys are going on tonight, and I have to show you this video, a legendary video. This is a scene from the show A Living Color from back in the day. I don't know how this slipped through the cracks for me personally, but listen, I'll just show it to you. Let you see it for yourself.
Girl, we've been together such a long, long time. And when you're near me, my heart does shine. So I got to ask before we start. It's a question straight from my heart. Can I see one titty? Oh, girl, just give me one titty. Ooh. I just want to see one of your titties, girl.
I'm trying to understand. Number one, how did I miss that in real time? Like, what episode was that? That's the first question I had. And then second of all, how in the world did they get away with that on network television? They were on Fox. Living Color was on Fox. How did they get away with that?
This must have been the ones they didn't release.
I don't know.
Because I've never seen. I used to look forward to seeing every.
I loved it, Living Color.
Every week, and I don't remember seeing that at all.
Am I wrong for initially thinking that was DeBarge?
That's exactly what I said, Al B. That's what Mama Noise says when she saw it.
I said,
thought it was El DeBarge.
I said, is this some shade on El DeBarge? What's happening?
I was just like, how in the world did they get away with that? Like, that was network television. So it did prompt me to ask this question. Do y'all remember Living Color? Because you remember Living Color, right? For the most part, okay. Has there ever been a show that pushed the boundaries of what was inappropriate more than in Living Color? I couldn't think of one.
Oh,
Red Fox and Sanford and Son.
Now, what was the variety show that Richard Pryor had?
You think that was worse than In Living Color?
Oh, for its time, yes.
Okay.
Because there was some outlandish things that he spoke of and skits that he did that for that time era were way
off the chain,
racy, sketchy,
See, I vaguely remember the Richard Pryor show, which may be the reason why it didn't last that long. Yeah, it didn't last that long. But I know Red Fox used the word nigga a lot. And in the beginning of the Jeffersons, he used the word nigga and honky a lot. But man, in Living Color talked about.
Well, Red Fox, you have to think about what they were doing. He made fun of Esther's ugliness.
Right.
they made fun of Christianity with those Bible thumping sisters that would come around them, holy rollers rolling their neck.
Yeah.
Pray for you. He called his son a dummy. He made fun of Julio, the Cuban across the way there, with his goat.
Right. That was very stereotypical.
It was very edgy to me. Now, I believed in all of it, but it was still edgy.
No, it was, but although I don't know if we saw it as edgy back then. I know I never saw it as edgy. It was just comedy. It was just funny.
Well, it's the same thing with In Living Color. They were trying to do comedy and funny, but it was pushed the envelope.
I remember they made fun of the handicapped dude. You know, sounds like trouble.
Shit, handyman.
Handyman. Sounds like trouble. That's funny to me still. I probably shouldn't be laughing, but it's funny. The ex-con dude that was at
oh my gosh.
I mean and then the two gay dudes.
Oh my gosh.
Men on film or men on music.
Hated it.
Right.
Everybody was in a circle. Two snaps in a circle.
I mean, Jim Carrey played the transgender dude.
See?
They really
Yeah, now that you're breaking down all the skits, yeah.
They really wrote over every political correct.
Could you imagine the legalities or the legal troubles they would be in, or the legal battles they would be entangled in this day and era?
That show wouldn't make it 3 weeks.
The protesters constantly outside the studios,
but that was all to me. To me, that was damn near all of the 70s. Most of those shows were very offensive.
Oh my gosh.
Well, they was bad in Living Color.
I'm just gonna throw this out there, Lloyd. Mama Noise is not the only one.
Go ahead.
There are folk in my algorithm on Facebook saying that this was definitely a setup.
What's a setup?
The P&B Rock thing. We're going.
So just so Mama Noise is
because they're looking at the time
isolated.
Because it's not that I'm trying to say she's wrong. I'm just saying we don't really know.
I didn't say wrong. I said isolated.
Right. Because I'm 100% sure they're going to investigate this because the timetable is suspicious. Let's be honest. It is suspicious. 20 minutes after you post, they find her, and he ends up dead. That's an awfully big coincidence. So I get it, but I digress. This story will continue to unfold over the next few days, I'm sure. But let's get more proof before we, completely call it.
I'm gonna tell you that when Jamie Foxx was doing Wanda.
Oh my God! You talk about calling somebody ugly.
Oh my!
But to Jay's point, Wanda was a man dressed up like a woman, whereas LaWanda Page was a woman.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I see Jay's point because there are a lot of those shows in the 70s. They got away with a lot of stuff too, for sure. Make no mistake about it. They got away with a lot of stuff. I just don't know if any of them was.
And they really had disdainment for.
Oh yeah, that was a big thing on a lot of some shows.
And they just weren't joking about them. It was like, hey, you ain't right.
Right. Even though a lot of them were.
Wow. No,
let's keep it real now. History has unfolded that many people who seemingly were walking in the
you talk about Rock Hudson. That's it.
No, it was more than that. Rock was just the only one that got out.
Come on.
and the guy on the Brady Bunch.
Right. He didn't follow not one of them boys. So I don't know. But I do go back and look at 11 Color, and I just say, my God, how in the world? And I mean, I don't know if you can say titty on network TV now. Can you even say? You can't say titty on network TV, can you?
Amazing the stuff you can.
You can say ass.
You can.
On network TV? When I say network, I'm talking big four. ABC, Fox. SNL.
They cuss on TV all the time.
Yeah, but there's certain words that standards and practice won't let you say, man. And I've always thought that titty was one of them. Like, I don't know if they let you just say titty like that. Ironically,
what's wrong with the word titty? Why is that offensive?
Nothing wrong with me. It's one of my favorite words and, things. But some people find it offensive. They want you to say breast.
Or boob. Or boob.
Or boob. She's got nice boobs.
Maybe because it's slang for a body part.
Well, so is boob.
But that's because that's what Caucasians say. Black people don't usually use that word.
I like the word udders.
You know what?
You gonna call a woman's breast udders? You prefer that over titty?
I didn't say I preferred over titty. I didn't say that.
Damn, I'd say flesh bags before I'd say udders.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say udders. Udders sounds aggressive.
So sad.
You big cow. Bring me your udders.
You say you would call it a what before you call it an udder?
Flesh bags.
Wow.
I think I'm just gonna stick with the tried and true of titty.
Yeah.
The tried and true.
Yeah, man. It's honorable. It's
I don't get what we deem as derogatory or offensive or cussing or slang. I don't get who makes up these fucking rules, man?
The church. Right. Sorry for that, right? Maybe we should just go just to save Jay, maybe we should put our own banner and disclaimer.
Maybe because I'm just saying, please wipe your bottom. Please sit your bottom. But what about your ass? Why is that offensive? I don't.
It's not necessary to say that.
Because people don't own the definition of ass. They don't own it. Ass is typically, by Webster's definition, a donkey. But people don't own ass. So you don't wipe an actual ass. But we do say ass in the slang of
when you tell a woman that you like her ass, you ain't telling her you like her donkey.
You're not. But that's my point. We've not decided.
Why are you shaking your head? We need to have these conversations. We need to free ourselves.
We need to have it right now. You always wait till you start getting to the end of the show to start having these in-depth conversations on body parts and whatnot.
Yeah, but
if I walked up to you and said on the street, I'm just saying any woman, I walked up to you and said that, ma'am, excuse me, there's something on your bottom. I need to wipe your bottom or something.
I would say thank you so much. I appreciate you being considerate instead of being vulgar.
Mama Noise, excuse me, ma'am. Listen, there's something on your ass, and that's offensive.
Slap.
Is that? I'm curious about what you just said too, Mama Noise. Is that offensive? There's something on your ass?
Yes,
ma'am.
You done said ma'am, and go ahead and follow through. You done said
ma'am. I led with ma'am.
No, you done said heifer is something on you.
They help. I didn't hear if they help.
And you started the conversation with ma'am.
Right.
Follow through.
Because I'm respectful.
That's right. So if you're gonna be respectful, then follow through with the respect. Why you gonna get halfway in? Like, I just want to get your attention with respect, and then say hanging out your.
But Mama Noise, I'm trying to understand. Help me understand now. Now you help me because you're a woman. If I say ma'am, there's something stuck to the back of your ass.
No.
Haven't I maintained the respect from start to the end of that sentence?
No. Because now you done flip the script and you done turn vulgar.
So the only way a man can address a woman's backside is to say bottom. Because you really can't say, man, there's something on your booty. You can't even say that.
It's more respectful
to say bottom.
I agree. That's what I agree.
You have something on your bottom.
Like we're a bunch of damn kids.
You can get whoever that you're real friends with or your real family or whatever and say whatever you feel like. But I just think for somebody you bumped into in the store, you done said, excuse me, ma'am, and all that, then follow through with the respect.
But I guess what I'm struggling with, Mama Noise, is where is the disrespect? Because if you have something on your ass,
Tushy,
it's not my responsibility as someone who is concerned about your ass to tell you that there's something on your ass.
Tushy.
I'm just trying to understand, Mama Noise. I want to be at the meeting when all the saints come on.
Mm-hmm.
So if
to be in the meeting.
Come on now, come on.
Come on, LB, you picked up on that thing, didn't you?
To be, come on, sir.
When all the saints
come home.
After separating the right from the
separating of the right
and the wrong.
Hey.
Yes.
Then we'll have a meeting around the
throne.
That's for you, Mama Noah. We did that for you. Now back to your back to your. If I Mama Noise, you and I are about to go out. We going out for a special event, and I said, "Baby, you got some lint stuck on the back of your ass." That's offensive. Is that offensive?
I'm gonna say, why you gotta say it like that?
Okay. You would rather I say, "Baby, you got something stuck on your butt."
You know what, Lord?
I'm asking.
And I'm helping you. And every time I do, you still want to keep.
No, I'm asking because I don't. Okay, so what word would not be offensive to you?
We done said it the whole time.
Being the possessor of the ass. What word would you prefer me to use? Stop leaving the screen. Just answer the question.
I answered the question and it ain't good enough.
I didn't hear you answer the question, so obviously I'm asking you. Come back to the screen. Mama Noah, can you please stop all that?
So Mama Noah, seriously. The word "ass" suggests what? The word "bottom" obviously is very I guess neutral, very easy. The word "ass" suggests what? Aggression.
Yes.
He is looking at your ass in a sexual kind of way.
Well, if you done said it like that, it's a possibility.
They're offering some suggestions in the chat. Buttocks, would that be?
No, Kyrie.
That wasn't Kyrie. That was Anthony Bruce.
No,
Kyrie said ass cheeks. Is that sounds worse actually?
See,
yeah, when you
separate doubling down.
Yeah, the cheeks too far.
Yeah. Ass cheeks feel like you're doubling down.
And young folks be calling it cheeks.
Mama Noise, you got something on your cakes. Is that better?
Yes.
So I just think we can make communication much easier. We are offended by so much, and we don't even know why. We just are.
We don't know why.
Mm-hmm.
We really can't explain it, Mama Noise. Seriously, we can't explain it. You can't even explain it, Mama Noise. You just feel.
I can't explain it.
I know how I feel.
Inside. Oh my, this elevated. Just elevated quickly. I didn't see it coming.
Man, what kind of results you think you're gonna get when you turn around and somebody says there's something on your?
Okay, but I took the stranger part of it out of it, Mama. No, I made it personal. But I'm talking about me and you. We on our way out the door, go on a date, and I turned to my lovely wife of 23 years. I said, "Baby, you might want to wipe the back of your ass. You got something stuck."
Nope, you have never talked like that to me.
But I'm just saying, if
Nope.
I had so chosen to.
Nope.
Or what if I walk up and say, "Hold on, be still, baby. You got something stuck on your ass."
Nope.
Pull it off.
Why do you keep trying to fix this?
Because I'm trying to show you that it's not as egregious as you making it out to be.
No, but that's not the way that you've talked to me since the beginning. If you started our relationship talking about this all type of
bring that ass here.
Okay, so basically where I made my mistake is I should have started out from the very beginning calling it an ass. And had I done that, then you'd be conditioned to it. And
you
therefore,
were Reverend Dr. Deacon at that time, minister, preacher. So you wasn't talking like that.
And that's my fault. It's my fault.
Mm-hmm.
I'll do better. But now that I'm here.
Nope. You got your daughter asking what is going on. See,
just
I
the
would
other day,
and get over it.
I witnessed something the other day that I found to be interesting. We were in an environment, and my sister-in-law, there was a lady in front of her, and I've seen this a few times in other situations too, but there was a lady in front of her that had her tag to her dress was sticking up out of the back. And I guess she was in the mood to, fix her crown, fix the lady's crown, and versus allowing her to walk around, with a clothes tag sticking up out of her dress.
Right.
So she eased up behind her and just, lightly touched her, said that she was fixing her tag in the back of her dress. And the lady was so appreciative. Oh, thank you. So I was in Chicago this weekend, and I saw this fine mother hubba with her tag sticking up out her clothes in the back. And I thought to myself, I say, should I fix her crown?
It's only the right thing to do, man.
And help her.
Can't have a queen out here looking crazy.
With that long ass tag sticking up out her dress.
Right.
But I said to myself,
return it. That's what it is.
Self said back to me, nigga, you better not do that.
Why would you not do it?
So I let her walk around with that tag sticking up out her dress because people are offended by stuff that a woman could do it for another woman, but a man
violating her personal space. I remember I was at a certain place. If I say it, it'll be too evident. But I'm standing there and somebody came up behind me and started massaging my shoulders. I thought it was my husband because I'm saying I'm sure that's the only person that would be bold enough to come and do such a thing. And then he started talking and I said, what the heck? I said, what are you doing? He's like, oh, I was just trying to massage another man's wife's shoulders. What's wrong with you?
Well, that's so inappropriate. I agree. Cousin Barbara said the word ass carries a sexual connotation where the word bottom just says, I am respecting your person.
Thank you, Barbara.
Well, see, Mama Noise, you needed somebody else to come explain it because
that's what I was telling y'all. See, I put it in my own words.
You didn't put it in any words. You just
didn't say anything.
You know what? I know y'all better calm down. Just because there's a bunch of testosterone on here don't mean it's not right. I'm telling you, when a man comes up and says, let me get something off you.
Okay, but Mama Noise, I took that off the table and I didn't say a man. So even if I was giving sexual connotation, I'm your husband. Aren't I allowed to give you sexual connotation?
Apparently not.
I like that ass.
Oh gosh, Zaria, log off and mute.
You might want to.
Cause your daddy be doing.
Better not bring your kid.
If she logs off, is there any need to mute?
Touche.
You know what, Al? Now you want to speak up.
I find Barbara's explanation very interesting. That ain't something you should gloss over. As to women, I guess now has a sexual connotation.
Like Al said, bring that here.
Oh, Mama Noise. I literally just saw a video commercial today with Meg Thee Stallion, and she said, "I'm her," and the whole video was her shaking her ass. So, are we offended by it, or are we celebrating it? I don't understand. I'm just trying to understand.
Sir.
The girl literally said she got that whop.
Well, listen.
Oh, now you want to talk about all the stuff, huh?
Okay.
Let's stay focused. Let's leave that other lady alone. What you just said.
Well, I'm bringing it up because
Barbara said ass has sexual connotations, and I'm trying to get with Barbara on that because.
But see, you missed that point.
I know when my ass itches, I scratch my ass. I don't scratch my bottom. Now, I'm not trying to get freaky with my own ass, am I?
No, but you grew up, man, and when you was a young man, and nobody always said, boy, go on and scratch your. Nobody said that. You got an itch on your bottom, scratch your bottom. And nobody go around saying all the time.
If your ass itch, scratch your ass.
Scratch your ass.
No.
But my reason for bringing up the celebrity factor of it all is because societally we would have to agree that the word ass has sexual connotation to it. And I don't know if that is a true statement. Maybe. I don't know if it is.
I don't know if it's true either. I'm trying to get with Barbara on it. I don't know if that's true.
I think she's absolutely correct.
Well, at least she has something to offer because you didn't give us nothing.
You ain't got to take my definition of it.
Well, this is really escalating to
you done been out of town. Now you trying to get jam jelly roll slick.
Jam jelly roll. That's equivalent to shit hell.
That is the PG version of shit hell, isn't it? Yeah, I agree.
Jam
jelly roll slick.
Now, if that ain't the country of shit we never said on this show.
No, you can't say that.
You must have went down to Alabama and got that one.
Oh wow. Are we literally having a SEC battle on this show tonight? Ole Miss versus Alabama. Oh my goodness. I guess I've grown to bring the whole show full circle. I've kind of grown immune to the word ass.
You probably wasn't.
I've grown immune to it. Like it don't. You hear it so much. It's in every song, every video, every TV show. I think we need to take it off the cuss list.
And I feel the same way about the word titties.
Yeah. Maybe that's just some words because time is marched on. We need to take off the cuss list. Like damn.
Who put the words on the cuss list?
Well, the church probably put it. Let's be clear. The church probably put it on there.
I believe that.
I'm pretty sure it was the church that put it on there. But at this point in history, maybe some words need to come off. Like the following words are no longer considered to be cuss words. And then just liberate people.
Free at last, free at last.
I think as damn hell.
Really, we gonna go over the list? What is happening?
When a woman is in her home with her husband or whomever, and a friendly environment with folks that she knows, she'll say in a heartbeat, her titties itching, and she scratching her titty.
Right.
She's not gonna say my boobs itching.
She's like, ooh, my titties.
No, I don't know what household you was in.
She gonna say titty.
Mm-mm. They would say that in Mississippi. You're absolutely right.
Oh, y'all didn't say it in Kentucky?
Mama knows you wouldn't say it to me, not necessarily out to other people, but to me.
If I'm not mistaken, Mama Noise came up with the phrase "sweaty titty money."
That is correct.
That's because I'm on this show.
You trying to say we peer pressured you into it?
That's right.
Oh my God.
I blame Kyrie for all this, and he ain't here to defend us.
Kyrie!
We had nothing to do with that $20 bill that woman gave to you out of her flesh bag.
All right, we remember the story, Mama Noise.
Bag? And that's what. Oh,
Mama Noise, we remember the story. You brought that story up, and you coined it. I don't want your sweaty titty money. Which
no, that was Kyrie.
Which prompted us to write. No, that was you. It's prompted us to write the song "Sweaty Titty Money." I don't want sweaty
Yeah, but
titty
you said
money.
growing up in the house. That's not what was spoken in my house.
Yes.
I don't want no sweaty titty money. I don't. Oh, that's not the right.
That's not the one. No, it was
That's
slower.
trouble in the
I
ground.
don't want no
See, that was a gospel step.
money. It was real. It was real. Quartetish. I don't want no sweaty titty money. You muted, cuz.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you now.
Okay, sorry about that.
That's all right. Mama, I think it would be okay though if we were together and we were laying in the bed and you would say, "Oh, my titties is itching." I'd be like, "Baby, let me scratch it for you." I wouldn't take offense to what you said. I'd be like, "I want to help you." I feel like that would be the right thing to do, is to offer my assistance. I don't want you laying in the bed with itchy titties. That's not right. That's not love.
Unbelievable.
What? I'm telling you the truth. Love is scratching a person's titty when needed.
Oh.
Mama knows. Have you ever had your back itching at night? The answer is yes. And you'll turn to me and you'll say, "Baby, can you scratch my back?" And I'll be like, "Absolutely."
What does that have to do with?
The same thing applies for titties. If
She can't reach the spot on her back, Lloyd, but she can reach her own titty.
Well, she can, but sometimes you don't want to scratch your own titty. You may want somebody else.
That's right. That's
You want
right.
somebody
That's
else
right.
to do it.
Nah, I
love
don't.
is
Ask them to scratch their titty. They do it. They do it.
I don't know what it's talking about. I don't understand.
Now, so you don't understand. Now
I
you
don't understand what you're saying. You don't want to scratch your own. What is
what
that?
I'm saying and what I'm talking about, Mama Noise, is that it's okay to let your hair down and have an intimate moment with your husband and saying, "Can you scratch his titty?" That's okay. That's all right. It's all right.
I've never heard
Scratch
such
my titty. Please scratch my titty.
Nope.
Oh, it's all right. I'm all about intimate moments and couples having those intimate moments, caring and sharing and all that. And so, Mama Noel, are you coming in here for you scratchy right now? What are you doing? She left. I don't know where she gone.
Muted and modifying.
I was just offering my services, and sometimes you get refuted.
I honestly do hate. I know we joke a lot about stuff like this, but I honestly do hate that we are so hung up on certain words that we find offense in certain things that really aren't offensive. But like you said, the church did it to us because it doesn't make sense that we are offended by some of those words.
We are, though. Deeply offended.
Deeply.
Even though we all like them.
We all use the words.
Well, we like them. We are fans of titties, but we don't want you to say
We're
it.
fan of titties.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. A lot of us are.
Yeah.
A lot of us are huge fan. I'm a huge fan personally. I'm an advocate.
You know, I'm coming back to this one. I spent the whole weekend in Chicago
Thank you,
with males, and we had ourselves a great male bonding weekend. There's a lot of women in Chicago, y'all. I just want to put that out there. I want to say that as nice as I possibly can.
Oh, wow.
Ooh, shit, hell. A lot of women in Chicago.
Two titties for every woman, so that means it's a lot of titties in Chicago.
What interests me is in some of these cities, and it may be in smaller environments too, but I'm so interested in how undergarments have become optional.
My son said the same thing, bro.
And
your son said the same thing?
Huh?
Al said he said.
Yeah, I read y'all the text. Remember, he sent me that text asking why all this, women think it's acceptable to walk around with no undergarments. He specifically said brassieres.
Man, I saw so many titties this weekend.
Or titty saddles.
I saw so many titties this weekend with no bra on. I was like, what in the hell?
Well, now listen, fellas. We don't know.
Long nipples, short nipples.
Well, now listen. Hold on. Listen. we don't know.
Sound like a man conversation.
No, stay here, Mama. No, please stop leaving the screen.
Important conversation.
Let me say this, because I don't want it to sound like we're shaming these women, because that's not what this is about. Because I don't know the personal restraint that a bra brings to the life of a woman. I don't know. It may be significant. It may be very significant.
They say it's uncomfortable.
Right. I've heard women say, especially the wired ones. The wired ones are wildly uncomfortable for what I hear. And so maybe that's part of the problem. They just like, man, we got to free these things when we can. It's not acceptable in every social setting, but in some social settings, when we can free them, we want to free them. We want them to be free and to have their way. And that's okay. We feel the same way about balls, so Mama Noise, why are you looking like that?
My point.
I'm trying to have a real
conversation. My point to what I was saying is, it's shocking. It's shocking at how many women are exposing themselves, because that's really what you're doing. We know when you don't have a bra on instantly.
But I don't think they care that is what my point is. I think it's not about you. Their goal is not to tantalize you. Okay, their goal is to bring personal relief. What are you doing?
I'm trying to do production. I ain't got production in here, so I'm doing
okay. All right, carry on.
Hey, police.
I just didn't expect to have a big blanket coming towards the screen.
Oh, you all right?
Okay.
I have no idea what just happened, so we're gonna move on. So even though you don't think that you say you're not doing it for me, you're doing it for yourself.
Right, you're doing it for yourself.
You're still exposing yourself. A man can tell when you don't have a bra on. So now you're going to get approached more often than you normally would.
But maybe they're saying
he can see your areola, he can see your nipples, he can see.
But maybe they're saying y'all need to grow the F up, because I should be able to free these titties without criticism.
Listen, In the city of Chicago this weekend, if the sun was bright, it was a beautiful weekend until Sunday. And women in these urban environments, boy, they really do accentuate their assets. And there was a lot of that going on, especially in the nightlife. I mean, it was just a lot of it going on. And one of my relatives, he's a very flirtatious kind of guy. He talks. He believes in a number game. If you talk to 100, all 100 ain't gonna say no. So he talks to every damn body. My point is, you have to understand that you're going to be approached. But then when you are approached with your ass hanging out and your titties exposed, don't you understand that you're going to be approached, but yet you are offended by being approached?
Well, but some of them are not offended by it, though. That's what I'm saying. I think some of them just don't care. Or they are offended because you're not letting them be great. Like Barbara said. Barbara said when men take that cup off, they ain't worried about what we think. So why should women have to worry about it?
If a man walked down the street tomorrow, Mama Noise, with that look that you giving the camera all of a sudden, with bicycle shorts on, bicycle tights on, with no other drawers on up underneath, no cup on underneath. And as he's walking, you can see his garbage moving, right? As you walking towards him.
First of all, I'm not looking at it to see if the garbage is moving.
Mama Noise. To say that women don't see men's packages is a lie.
I'm not saying packages. You ever talking about whether it's moving or not? I don't know if he's got drawers on or not. I ain't looking at
Mama Noise, stop the foolishness. None of us are blind. None of us are blind.
No, listen to me. Just yesterday, no, it wasn't yesterday. I don't know what day it is. Anyway, just the other day, I was standing outside waiting on Mr. Noise to come upstairs, to come pull up out front. And all of a sudden, there were 4 black men running down the street like they were from the college, with no shirts on and nothing but biker shorts. I turned around and started looking toward the house because I didn't think it was appropriate for me to stare at them all the way down as they jogged past my house. Where, you know, my daughters, on the other hand, was like, all right. But I'm saying, I was like, no.
I don't like the way it came out. I was
like, I'm good.
But the bottom line is, you still noticed it. That's why you turned, because you
had shorts on and nothing but shorts.
And the package was moving.
I wasn't looking for no packages.
So then why did you turn if you wasn't?
Because I didn't want to be staring at them or whatever. I'm sitting there going, come on, man. I'm not looking for nobody. I'm good.
Why would you treat them in a different, as if they didn't have clothes on or did have clothes on? It doesn't matter.
What? Okay. What do you mean whether they did or didn't have clothes on?
If they didn't have a shirt on and they only had shorts on, why you didn't treat them as if they had a shirt on?
We gonna sit there and watch them run by. I mean, come on, man. Really? Is that necessary?
So you think you did the appropriate thing by turning and going back in the house?
I didn't go back in the house. I just turned around and started looking at the house.
You feel like it needed to be painted?
What just happened?
You all right? Just saying, come on.
I'm just saying, come on.
I'm not sitting there looking at no man's packages and all this
stuff. In public, you're going to be seen. That's the point.
Well, I'm not looking at those things.
You might not look. That's you. Okay, that's fine. But the vast majority of us can see and will see. That's the point. So you have an obligation.
So I'm doing myself a disservice not looking.
So you have an obligation as a woman to make sure that your titties aren't jiggling in my face as I walk past you.
I'll make sure that I set the standard with my daughters that this is a situation. Make sure your stuff is tied down and it's together before you leave this house.
Well, no, you making it personal, but I'm talking about those women that are out there with no bra on, and
some of those ladies are like, "Look, I've been told what to do my whole life, and now I'm grown, and I don't feel like wearing one. So I'm just gonna go out and do what I'm grown enough to do."
And I guess that's where I was headed. I don't know what difference it makes either way. Like, if they want to have their titties out, then those are their titties. I mean, I can't really tell you to do with your titties.
Oh no, we're not here to tell you what to do with your titties. Absolutely, as a man, I'm definitely not here to tell you what to do with your titties.
But I'm saying,
you are exposing yourself, and you're asking for attention that you may not necessarily want.
But why are they asking for it though? That's the part I'm struggling with what you're saying. No. Listen to what I'm saying. Listen. Are they asking for it, or are they just putting their titties out? Are they saying, "Hey, I'm about to put these titties out. Please comment below"? I don't think women are asking for it. I think we as men. I think, hey, Crystal. I think men just don't have the propensity to ignore a nipple when we see one.
There are ramifications for everything that you do. How you present yourself to society.
Mm-hmm.
Our young men have to be aware of that.
Barbara, you ain't right. You're funny though.
Our young men have to be aware of that just as well as our young ladies have to be aware of that. I noticed more men this weekend, young men in the city with their drawers down, and I'm trying to figure out how in the hell is that Negro walking?
With the drawers down?
With the pants down. I'm trying to figure out they got to walk gap leg in order to keep the damn drawers from falling.
Right.
My point is, it's just not a female thing. When you present yourself in public, you have to be aware that people can see you and will pass judgment on you, and in some cases approach you because of how you look.
That's not really the point of this conversation, to me, because whether people can't restrain themselves to say something or not, should that influence a person's personal decision to do what they want to do?
No, they shouldn't. You can do whatever you want to be.
I mean, I think you should have better, choices, make better choices than that, as far as especially the men, more so the men with the pants sagging. I don't want to see that. I'm in full support of women, setting titties free. That I think. Listen, I'm gonna ride with you, sisters. Set them free. But I also think as men, we can have better restraint than that. Let me ask you a question, Jay. Do you not enjoy the titties being free? Wow, Crystal said, this is me. Keep my titties out your mouth. Wow, that escalated quickly. Crystal's back.
She went all the way.
She is back.
All the way there.
Welcome back, Crystal.
My.
I mean, are you not in support of the women, Jay?
I support certain women that want to free their titties. Not everybody's titties should be freed. Now, I just don't believe.
I don't want to discriminate, Jay. That feels like discrimination.
This can't be a movement towards freeing all titties, because some
don't
titties,
be shaming them all. Then
there's a lot like discrimination at this point.
Some titties need to be on lockdown now. We can't have all titties hanging out because.
But I think if we start discriminating, then at that point now you're limiting the opportunity. Because see, listen, God put the titties here for me and you. Take advantage, Jay. Take advantage.
I mean, if you free all titties, some titties gonna change that outfit. That outfit ain't gonna look the same once you free them titties.
I agree.
Where the scene was once supposed to be up is now,
Oh, okay.
Mama knows, why are you making that face?
Some people can't handle it. That's what you should be saying.
That's really what it comes down to.
You know it's the truth.
That time I went to the mailbox, I thought that I could just go out real quick. I didn't know I was going to run into some young boys sitting there looking like they slobbering.
Their boys probably wrote us a letter, and they're like, please make another trip to the mailbox. Thank you. Love us.
And they, in fact, were on the school bus the next morning, not talking about they saw some boobies. They saw some titties.
Ah,
I agree. They did not call them boobies. I can promise you that. They know the difference.
I have a neighbor in my neighborhood. She does not live on my street, but she's in my neighborhood. And she's probably 70 years old. She's looks like a Indian mother, grandmother.
Indian from the country or
Indian from the country, yeah.
okay, because he was damn sure about to get.
And she likes to walk the neighborhood braless.
okay.
And these ain't no itty bitty titty committed titties either. These some titties.
She's blessed.
I can't.
And she likes to walk the neighborhood, and she does it every day.
Mm-hmm.
To each his own. Nobody's gonna say anything to one about her titties, but my point is we can't have a movement towards freeing all titties. Some titties should be in public. They should be on lockdown. You just can't.
And this is where we'll part ways. This is where we'll part ways. I disagree. Free them all.
Well. The seamstress and the garment makers gonna have to go back to the drawing board because some of these titties are gonna destroy outfits.
Listen to me. I went to a grocery store to pick up some sweet potatoes from my grandmother, and I brought them back and we fixed them. You know, we baked them, and she said, "Baby, these ain't good sweet potatoes. They're not sweet enough." And you bought too many, so I'm gonna have to figure out what we're gonna do with them. Because these ain't very good. Another lady brought some sweet potatoes over, and we fixed them. And she was like, "Oh my God, now these are exactly what I was looking for." So I said, "Okay, well, let me go to that store and get some more." So I went and got some more of those very same sweet potatoes from a different store. So now we have some of the old and some of the new, some of the bad and some of the good. My point is, in order to get the good titties, you got to let all of them free. You got to buy all of them. Sometimes you got to let them all just be. And eventually you separate the good. The time, life, circumstances separates the good from the bad. It's not up to us to qualify which ones are the good ones and which ones are the bad ones. Let's just let them all free, and society as itself will quietly decide which ones are free and
listen. That was a great commentary on free and titties as a whole. Yeah. But if you talk to the average woman knows there are certain outfits they can't wear because of the size of their breasts.
Well, maybe that's the tutorial we need. Maybe we need a tutorial that will help those who would like to free their titties to place those titties in the proper garments so that you are wearing the proper garment for freeing of your titties.
But when you free them,
because I don't think women would argue with you that they want them free, but also looking nice. I think that's a fair assessment. But also, as men, we don't have to compliment about everything we see either. We don't have to say nothing.
What do you think, Mama Noah? Should we free all titties?
Wow. This is
why is this conversation so shocking to you?
I mean, should we
Mama Noah, we are on our second 9th anniversary. This is who we are.
I know who we are.
And we're proud of it. There's no other podcast doing this. That's what makes us unique.
This is true.
There you go.
Listen.
I think you're struggling. I think you're struggling because you agree with me.
No, I negative.
We shouldn't free all them titties.
No, I think you should let grown women be grown.
Let grown women be grown. I agree. Mama Noise.
Because, we all up a creek anyway, because half of these heifers don't know how to put the right size on them. What?
You just heifer them?
Don't do
I'm
that.
saying half don't know how to put on the right size bra because of, it's beyond our control. Nobody knows how to size them right. So everybody's just putting on whatever they think is close enough to it, and then we just.
So you're saying if we go and free them, we just take all the pressure off, period.
Listen, each person has to deal with the backlash of whatever the situation. If you got too much gravity happening and everything is at your knees and at your waistline and all that type of stuff, you're gonna get the backlash from it.
Fair enough.
Oh, there's backlash. What's the backlash again?
It's the stuff like you talking about right now. She might need to put she might need to have her side down and all that type of stuff. Well, that's the backlash of just letting it go. That's why you always hear women on the different posts I've seen on Facebook where the women are like, look, when I get home, I'm ready to let it, get out of that bra and relax. Because once that happens, I ain't going nowhere. But not too many people be like, let me run out real quick without the bra. Because you like, oh my gosh, this will be the day that I run into that one person and I'll be sitting there looking all silly, trying to keep the groceries in front of your chest and all this stuff because you feel some kind of way being outside without no bra.
Well, Mama Noise, to that same point, if you just got home and you say, oh my God, I forgot the garlic salt, and then you got to go back and get it, you're not going to stop and go put on a bra just to go get some garlic salt.
I put on a big jacket or something. I put on a big jacket, a big shirt or something.
Okay.
That'd be especially back when in ministry, would you like running in the store? Somebody go, oh, Pastor. Nope. You never hear the end of that. So absolutely.
Okay. Well, listen, it's a fascinating conversation personally. Maybe we have to revisit it. Maybe we'll bring some more women into the conversation and see what they think.
I need Crystal back. Get me Crystal McLean.
Free the Tatas. Free the Tatas. That's wrong.
That comes as no surprise.
What? He's on your side. You fussing at the people on your side? You know what? Let me get church announcements real quick, and then we're gonna be done. Again, church announcements. Tuesday, we have Talk That Tuesday. Are we sharing too much on social media, or are we leaving ourselves vulnerable because of social media? So that's our Talk That Tuesday question. And then, of course, as I've announced earlier, this is the second 9th anniversary weekend. So on Talkin NOIZ Friday, we got our regular Talkin NOIZ show where we should have some fun and surprise guests. And same thing for Uncorked Wine on Saturday night. You never know who's going to show up. Never know what we're going to talk about. We're going to reminisce and just enjoy each other because that's what we do. So there you go. All that's going down this weekend. So, Mama Noise, you have anything that I forgot that you need to share with the peoples? Oh, and the contest starts tomorrow. I forgot about that part.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Mr. Noise wants to lose again from having the trying to get the signals to pull up.
I've made the mistake of talking too much in the beginning of this contest. I won't make that mistake again. I'm just going to show you better than I can tell you.
Then, make sure you don't go in any of the groups and start begging like you did before.
Mama Noise, don't you worry about my strategy. You worry about your own strategy.
Please.
It was only a mistake that you was talking so much because you lost. If you had won, it wouldn't have been a mistake.
Well, I only lost because I gave Mama a head start both times.
That didn't have nothing to do with it.
Yes, it is. It had everything to do with it.
Oh, what?
If I had to give you a head start both times, we would have been fine.
Where the bruh's at?
Well, I promise you I won't give you a head start this time. We starting tomorrow morning.
Yeah,
on even playing ground. So don't be, and I will be checking your phone tonight to see if you done snuck out some messages.
Man, go ahead. Ain't nobody trying to do all that.
Whatever. You sneaky.
I don't have to do that because Zetas roll up when you call.
We'll
I don't
see.
know why he would put himself through this all over again.
I'm not afraid of her. I'm not afraid of her. I'm not afraid. Shout out to Eminem to take a stand.
Oh my gosh.
Everybody.
Okay. It's a good thing I bought my Zeta blanket with me. So then when you don't win, you have to make sure you wrap yourself up in it.
Whatever.
I don't know. I just don't think that was I don't think that was the smartest move you could have made. I just don't think that was smart.
Watch what I do. Watch how I handle this.
Jay, he even had the president of the frat on here, and still.
That was after the fact. We wasn't even in the contest when I had him on. What are you talking about?
Still lost.
Whatever. You know what? You mix it. Now you're just changing the narrative.
Okay.
That's okay.
Well, that didn't sound like that confidence you were saying earlier.
I have nothing else to say because I learned something. I said, you know what? I'm talking too much. Just show her this time.
Okay.
I'm going hard in the paint.
I don't blame you. I will keep my mouth shut too because
I'm going hard in the middle. This time I'm going hard in the middle.
You're going to lose again.
No, I'm not. I'm going hard in the middle. Right in the middle.
Okay, sweetie.
I'm pumping all the way through this time to the end.
Oh, you didn't hear that yourself. Okay.
Wow, Mama knows you went there.
I'm pounding away until I get what I need.
Not hearing what he's saying. He just. Yep.
I'm going in and out of the situation.
Yes.
Y'all get what I'm saying. All right. Y'all enjoy the rest of your night. We love each and every one of you. You're amazing. Shout out to Ron. Be safe. And we'll see y'all. That's Al B down there. That's Cuz down there. And that's Mama Noise over there. And I'm Mr. Noise. And the second anniversary week has begun. Y'all be good. Uh-oh. Where's the button? There it is. Is that the right button? There it is right there.